Xbox One has an emulator. PS5 Pro has officially been revealed. iPhone has a new iPhone, and who's surprised? I'm the Core, your resident entertainment techie, and welcome to This Week in Entertainment Tech. Before we start the week off, I do have one shameless plug. I do of course make additional videos on this channel, and it just so happened that I released one this week. An Arcadisia setup video is now available. Arcadisia is an application created for matchmaking with the DuckStation NetPlay emulator and Flycast Dojo emulator, which also has NetPlay as well. In this video, I take you through the full setup of this application from start to finish. I've been using the application to play PlayStation games like Tekken 3, Street Fighter EX2 Plus, and I haven't quite yet gotten to play Bloody Roar 2 with anyone as yet, but I know that it's going to happen at some point. This week in emulation, Xbox One has an emulator called Xwine1. Actually, it's not an emulator, and it's known as a translation layer. This is something similar to what Proton does for running Windows games on Steam Deck. As of the reveal, 6 games are playable. The developer has also shown video of Forza Horizon 2 booting up and running in-game, so things definitely look like they are progressing. There is no confirmation yet on when Xwine1 will be available for public consumption, but the developer has confirmed the code for the translation layer will be open source. You might be wondering what exclusives there are for the Xbox One in the first place. Well, there are a few that include Halo 5 Guardians, Crimson Dragon, and Rare Replay. A PS4 emulator, Shad PS4, has recently started to run more graphically demanding titles. The latest update for this emulator has been showing a ton of graphical improvements to Bloodborne, with the game now fully rendering textures in-game. Another recent showing of progress for this emulator is the popular Gravity Rush Remastered, now running in-game, so there is no doubt that games will eventually be in a playable state in the not so far away future. Shad PS4 is currently available for download. The latest version of RPCS 3 now adds an option for TV or monitor's refresh rate in the frame limiter option. Keep in mind that this isn't going to affect the game's frame limiter, which often requires a patch to unlock. Launchbox version 13.16 is now available. Launchbox is a gaming front-end that works with several emulators and game launchers. The latest update adds a new save management feature. Special badges for games with game saves and save states are now available. It also allows you to back up and restore game saves and states to your games. Currently, this only works with the RetroArch cores, but they are planning to support other emulators in the future. The update also includes an improved game discovery for Big Box. For those on the fence about purchasing the Launchbox Premium, there is now a 30-minute Big Box free trial available. In our main story this week, PS5 Pro has officially been revealed. The introductory video highlights an upgraded GPU with 67% more compute units and 28% faster memory than that of the original PS5 model. Sony now confirms that certain games will support 60 frames per second in fidelity mode. They have also unveiled PSSR, PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, a machine learning AI upscaler that is looking to compete with the likes of Nvidia's DLSS and Intel's XeSS. One more thing they did highlight was advanced ray tracing, which should be supported in certain games. The PlayStation blog has revealed that another planned feature is PS5 Pro Boost, claiming to be backwards compatible with more than 8,500 PS4 games. Does this mean that Bloodborne and maybe Order 1886 is getting a 60 frames per second patch? Maybe. Games that are getting all the new benefits of the PS5 Pro will be labeled PS5 Pro Enhanced. The PS5 Pro will include a DualSense wireless controller and a copy of Astro's Playroom pre-installed. They've also confirmed that the Pro model is diskless, though there is an option to purchase the currently available disk drive that works with the original PS5. The vertical stand will also be sold separately as well. The asking price for this console will start at $700 here in the States along with UK, and for the EU region it will cost €800. And if you're wondering, yes, that would be $800 here in the States. Pre-orders will become available on September 26th, and the console is planned for release on November 7th. What do you think of the PlayStation 5 Pro? Are you planning to buy this console? Let me know in the comment section below. AMD is done with high-end graphics cards. In an interview with Paul Alcorn from Tom's Hardware, AMD Senior Vice President Jack Hune is looking to focus on mid-tier and budget GPUs. This specific strategy is only for the gaming market, and it looks like, for now at least, AMD is no longer going to compete with NVIDIA when it comes to high-end GPUs like the upcoming 5090. AMD's next line of gaming GPUs are the Radeon RX 8000 series, which will be introducing the new RDNA 4 architecture. Some have speculated that the upcoming PS5 Pro is using custom RDNA 4 architecture, so it will be interesting to see what AMD is going to roll out against NVIDIA's 5000 series of cards. The new line of graphic cards are expected to launch at the CES show in January of next year. A second part to the interview with AMD's Jack Huhn revealed plans to use AI-based frame generation for the next iteration of FSR. Though the conversation was geared toward FSR4 being used to help sustain battery life for handhelds, it is speculated that this AI-based method, which has been in the works for 9 or more months, will be supported on older GPUs. While there was no mention of image reconstruction in the interview, there is an expectation that this will also be introduced with FSR4. NVIDIA has released a refresh of the 4070, and it's been downgraded. NVIDIA released a silent refresh of their RTX 4070 GPUs. The refresh model has added GDDR6, a change from the model's original GDDR6X, resulting in a 5% decrease when it comes to memory bandwidth. YouTube channel Hardware Unboxed has tested one of these GPUs and found it had a 3% decrease in performance based on a 12-game average. What's even more concerning about this refresh is that there is no change in price for this change in memory, even when it comes to the ones that are of higher cost. The digital version of Marvel vs. Capcom Collection is now available for purchase on PC via Steam, Nintendo Switch, and the PlayStation 4. This marks the return of the popular Marvel vs. Capcom 2 fighting game, which has not been available for retail for over 11 years. This collection includes 7 fighting games that feature characters from the Marvel Comics universe and adds the Punisher beat-em-up as a bonus game. Rollback netcode, casual and ranked matches, online co-op, and robust training mode options are just a few of the improvements that you'll be getting with this collection. Currently, pre-orders are available for a physical version of this collection at various retailers, which releases on November 22nd. It has been confirmed that the EU Switch version of the Marvel vs. Capcom physical version is a digital code. There has been no confirmation that the same will apply to other regions, but this news has obviously created a cause for concern. They also confirmed that an Xbox One version will be coming to the console sometime next year. Space Marines 2 is now available for purchase on PC via Steam or the Epic Store, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series SX consoles. It has been 13 years in the waiting for the sequel, and from the looks of things, the wait was totally worth it. Reviews on Metacritic shows that Space Marines is at an average score of 82 across all 3 platforms. The game features your choice of single-player or 3-player co-op campaign mode, in addition to PvP and PvE online modes. The standard edition for this title costs $60 on PC and $70 on consoles for both physical and digital releases. The Dreamcast console is now 25 years old. On September 9th, Sega's final console celebrated its 25th anniversary. Dreamcast was the first console to release for the 6th generation of gaming, and there is no denying that it has set the standard for what, in my opinion, would become the biggest technological leap for consoles that any generation before or after it ever produced. It was the first to give us arcade-perfect experiences, but not only did it manage to do that successfully for the first time, it surpassed the arcade experience with one of its first launch titles, Soul Calibur. For its 25th anniversary, Sega has collaborated with Limited Run Games, who is selling Dreamcast merch on their website, which includes trading cards, clothing, and other accessory memorabilia. While we're on the subject of Sega, there is a fan game that is currently on its second beta called Sega vs. Capcom. As the title suggests, it's a fighting game that features popular characters from both Capcom and Sega. The game follows closely along the lines of the Marvel vs. fighting games with tag team gameplay. The title is built using Ikemen Go, a fighting game engine that includes a multiplayer online component. The second beta is up for download, but the game's developer has announced that an update is coming soon, which is most likely going to have a few fixes. Mortal Kombat 1 released a new character trailer featuring Noob Saibot. A veteran of the Mortal Kombat franchise, Noob Saibot first appeared as a secret character in Mortal Kombat 2. Noob Saibot will be joining the roster as a part of the Chaos Reigns DLC, which is releasing on September 24th. In modding this week, Half-Life 1 mod Radical Problems is officially complete. The special Half-Life 1 mod has had 6 years of development. The mod originally started as just a developer testing maps, but became a fully fleshed out game where you play as a scientist in Area 9 hazardous waste facility. Not only does the mod include new maps and enemies, but it also includes new voice interactions with NPCs and sound effects as well. In entertainment devices this week, iPhone 16 has been officially revealed. Starting at $800, the latest iPhone includes their new A18 chip. The Pro version of the new chip's performance seems to have been tested on Geekbench, and many have speculated that it comes very close to the power of the M1 chip used in Apple's lines of desktop computers. Currently, emulators are now being supported on the iOS App Store, which include RetroArch, PPSSPP, and Delta, just to name a few. There is also current generation games like Resident Evil Village and Resident Evil 4 Remake available. In media player software this week, Kodi releases Omega version 21.1. The latest update comes with a ton of bug fixes. Omega released back in April of this year, adding major features like FFmpeg-6, Dolby Vision on-the-fly profile conversions for Android devices, and support for LG WebOS TVs. That is all the news I have for this week in entertainment tech. If you enjoyed this content, please make sure to give this a like. If you are new to the channel or haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing, as this will let me know if this is worth even continuing. For now, this is The Core, your resident entertainment techie, signing out.